Hey guys. Alright, we will be starting here momentarily. I'm hoping that you guys can hear me okay. Um, Sounds great. Alright, cool. Let me get into a position up here. Oh, I guess I can actually move my thing up here. We can go fast. Alright. We'll wait for a little bit and see how many people we get in here to start. Alright, let's see. Let's get some background music a little bit. There we go. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I was getting to the Is that too loud? Let me know, guys. Alright, perfect. Cool. Alright, so we are going to be doing the full tour of Isles of Meta. If it does become too laggy, please let me know in chat so that I can readjust, but I believe we should be fine now after the few tests that we've done. So bear with me. This will be about an hour, hour and a half, could be 2 hours, depending on how much I either one, screw up, or two, go into too much of a tangent. So what we are looking at right now is the Unreal Engine 5 program that I have been building Isles of Meta in. This world is not live yet, but we are gearing up to get ready to launch hopefully in mid-June based on different things, metrics and things that the project needs to be able to go onto the servers. So we are pretty much ready to do what we need to do. Um, so before we get going, there we go. Alright, so what we're looking at right now is the first original main island of Isles of Meta. This is what we call our University Island, and why we call it that is because of this main building in the center of the island. We are looking to open up an accredited university in the state of Florida that will kind of change the way how online schooling is done. We wanted to find a way to not have students get bored with school, death by PowerPoint, because COVID has changed the way of online, that more students are using online schooling. This way we can have actual attendance, avatars have to go be sitting in classes, and we have more socialization when it comes to being in school online. This area down here will be used for the students to demonstrate their projects, anything they're doing in the Web3 space, kind of bringing awareness to their part of the world. Over here will be a central hub area, anything that is for phase one, different worlds, different public areas. It will be all accessible over in this area. The upstairs areas where all the classroom buildings will be. So you'll have your language department, your mathematics, technology, any kind of department you can think of in a normal university, your OSUs, UCLAs, anything like that, will be up here. They will lead out to the classrooms that are lecture hall style seating. The goal for our university is that anybody will be able to go sit into the class even if you're not a student. But you just don't earn like credits, you don't earn the diploma, but education still should be accessible to anybody that wants to go learn. That's the biggest difference. All these different houses that you see, these townhouses, the beach bungalows, these are what people are able to own. So whenever you purchase land in the Isles of Meta, you own not only the island itself, but these houses right here. So these townhouses, some land around it, um, as well as the island that it's attached to. The townhouses right now are a single door. I am working on currently trying to figure out a way to make it to where people that own the townhouses can actually customize the inside of it right now. Because right now you can't, you just walk through the door and it gateways out to the island. So here soon, these will be not completely, but these will be redone and to allow customization on the inside. As you can see, every building has its own address. So 106, 107, 109. Here's our pretty cherry blossom tree that has floating leaves. We try to make it as realistic as possible instead of your typical block game. We wanted to create as much realism as possible. So we do have a few demonstrations we're going to be doing, but I wanted to fly through first. Over here we have the 400 block houses, so the beach bungalows. The 500s look the exact same. These are what we call two-door buildings. Obviously, there's two doors. The first door allows you to go into the building. You'll be able to put a couch down, your media players, hang up your NFTs, kind of given a slight example on the main areas, the public areas of what your island's about, or just customize it for your own liking. The second door will act as the gateway out to the island. So as you can see here, this door would go in, this door is the walkthrough. We'll go into a play mode right now. Oh, of course, while we're recording that would do that. I need to fix that spot. Dang it, it was going so well. Alright, let's go guys. We'll land here. There we go. There she is. Alright. So as you can see, we are in play mode. The avatar does run. She can do minor things. I did not code her to do much, but basically run and jump so I could test things out. She's been with me for a long time. Probably since I think 3, maybe 2.4. But I will show you. So this door, you can go in. See the water, hang up your NFTs, use this as a hangout in the regular island. This door, as it says, walk through to enter. These are not anything that you have to press E, you don't have to touch it. I tried to make this as easy as possible for people that have never really gamed before. So instructions are everywhere. You just walk through and it'll gateway out. Oh, yeah, I did fix this one. It'll gateway out to the island that is attached. So since this is 401, this will be the 401 island. Every one of them is linked, the blocks are linked to the island type. So the 100 block being flat oasis, 200 mountain, 300 forest, 400 hideaway, and 500 is galactic. We did that in a sense to help create the addresses to within the world. So now you can see we are out on a whole different level on a different island. This is the Gateway House to Hideaway, which is the island we are on since we did go through 401. This Gateway House can be used as your welcome center to your island. Hang up your NFTs, put your rules out, create your merch store. Whatever you want to do with this, I would treat it as a welcome center to kind of get people aware of what's happening. So once you leave this, you come out onto the island. And this is just a brief snippet of what Isles is. It's a little bit laggy, but I think we're still doing okay. This island that I'm standing on right now is roughly 300 acres. So you're looking at something where you could fit SeaWorld and Disneyland all in the same space. That is how much land is on this island. Alright, let's head back. So that's how the gateways work. I will try to limit how much I am in play mode because it does seem to lag it out a little bit. But if you do, whenever you do come into the Isles and you have your own address, you can tell people where to find you, and people can go right to your house and they can go through your gateway that way, or through an interactive map that we will have. They can just pull up the map, find the address, and click on it. It'll drop them down into your island. So for this, I'm going to change my game type over to game mode. As you can see, I really wanted to make sure we had specific water. I figured if you're going to have islands, you had to have perfect water, because that's what you go to the beach for, is the water. So we're going to go into play mode. Under the water, you will be able to build underwater buildings, anything like that. As you can see, we do have as much detail as you can get in a game world for water. And so then you can also see that we do have some of our water life, our ocean life, in the water already. I'll stop so you can kind of enjoy this. Okay. I changed my name. Alright, so this is the main first island. We have stages set up. We will have boardwalks and everything set up to be able to use if a project so chooses. We will be building up more community areas up and over on this island. And there's still a lot of work to do. But this, we have the main structure of how the first phase is. We have our central station. Central station is where you'll be able to go through all the different subdivisions and public areas. So our central hub, city center, which is our phase 2 island. All of our addresses have a through J subdivision. So whether it's 120C or 560J or whatever it may be, we have them on different subdivisions. We will be walking through that as well. So just hang tight and we will get started on that here momentarily. Alright. So let's head over to the Tropical Distant. This is going to be the B through E subdivisions. Alright, so again, whenever you mint your keycards, you will have an address in the Isles of Meta. So over here, I'll start here. So whenever you go through that central, whoa, too fast of a camera. Whenever you go through that central station, it will bring you to this location. You will come in here. I've done this as easy as possible. So this way to the E buildings, this way to the B and C buildings, this way to the D buildings, right? No interaction. You just walk through the hole and it will put you on the right path to where you need to go. All of these all the subdivisions are marked with their own sign so that you know that you are in the right subdivision. Yes, so the central, all of these are set up the exact same. They are set up for all of the 100, 200, 300, 4, 5. All of phase 1 is set up this way, and I'm actually considering moving phase 2 to do the same thing so that people don't get confused. I'm highly considering that. But they will all look different for phase 2 based on the project that they resemble. Um, so yeah, as long as you walk through that path, you will find yourself going to the subdivision that you need to find. So there's the B buildings. Sorry, I think my camera's a little bit fast for stream. So we have the C subdivision over here. There is a little mountain cut through. Trying to find that right speed for this. So that is the tropical distant. I do have to put the trees back in. The palm trees were updated for one of our plugins, and they look more, they're very high poly. That is something that we are very proud of being able to use Unreal Engine 5 for this project, is that we have very high poly textures and materials that we use, so you get a lot of variation in how things look. So like these roofs, we used a worn walnut, and so you can actually see like how it's all worn. I think it's just those little minor details that we, made a big emphasis on whenever creating this. I wanted people to, see the grass. I wanted people to get a feel for planets and how they look, the vibrantness of the foliage that we have. Um, you can see the attention to detail here. So that's something I'm very proud of to be able to offer for a metaverse, is just that attention to detail. This is the galactic distant for the 100 through 500 subdivisions. Can we have it drop you to your specific address subdivision? What if in the central hub you can put in a number like a keypad, you walk through it, if a number was entered, it will render you starting point. We could, I can look into that for sure. That shouldn't be too bad of a thing. Just kind of take you there. I can look into that for sure. It's a good idea. Thank you. So yeah, so as you can see, it's still set up kind of the same way, minus the extra subdivision, the J subdivision that is over here that was added. I mean, you'll have the interactive map that you can drop in, and you'll also have a UI situation where you'll be able to, basically push escape. It'll pull up the menu, and you'll have all of your islands put into that as well. You can just click on it. You personally won't have to walk to your island every time. Alright, so that is the galactic subdivisions. Alright, let's get into these islands here. Alright, Flat Oasis. Thank you, Mad. Thank you. Alright, so here is Flat Oasis. As you can determine from the name, it is flat. There isn't anything on here, but you will have access to all the foliage, all of the building structures, anything that you can think of, we will provide you to help make sure that you can build up your island the way that you want, and they are at no cost. They are at no extra cost. So anything that you see throughout this tour that you've seen me using to build, you will have access to. So the glowing foliage, the palm trees, the oak trees, the uh, materials that are on these buildings, the windows, anything that you see, you will have access to in a inventory. As the owner, it will be a special feature for just you and anybody that you give permission to build. So Flat Oasis is roughly 40 acres from all around the sandbar. So from the sandbar in, you have 40 acres. Water is buildable, and we are extending the perimeters to all the islands that you can build outside of the perimeter of the actual island, because people are wanting to build like underwater bars and all kinds of other silliness. So we are giving a perimeter around the island itself to also build on, or in, I should say. So then we'll head over to Mountain. Mountain is special. It was a community decision to revamp it from its original state. It just was not meeting the needs of everybody, and people wanted to be able to build up on the higher cliffs. And so I flattened it out while being in Discord, and the people that were in there could actually watch me build this up. It is roughly now 90 acres of land that you can actually use to build. There are a few plateaus here, like this one right here. For scale of reference here, which character do I have? Okay. Just so you can kind of see the space that is allotted here. So you can build quite a bit up here. And I'll go over to the other ones. So you have all of this area plus up this hill. So as you can see, there's a lot of land up here just to be able to build up on. Put a, I don't know, a house, a mansion. Thanks, Burst. I appreciate it. Alright, and there's also a ledge down here inside of the valley that you can also build on. Thankfully there is no fall damage, because we like to jump off cliffs. Alright, so I'm getting out of play mode for this. That is mountain. So that is the 200 block. Then we also have forest. Alright, so forest is our 300 block. You do have a 2-story gateway house to use it however you want to. And just remember, these gateway houses are your to and from the main island, because all of these islands are built on their own level. I do have some minor touch-ups to do. Again, this is supposed to be lined with palm trees. So I do have to go back and add those in. But other than that, go into play mode. Just to get a kind of a feel. Next is Hideaway. We've already been there once, but now you guys kind of see the actual overview of it. Alright, Burst, I'll see you around. Good night. Alright, so here is Hideaway. Hideaway is roughly 300 acres. As you can see, it is a massive piece of land. You are able to destroy trees. You'll be able to destroy all the trees on any of the islands if you so choose. If you would like them to be completely destroyed, you want me to take them out, just let me know. I can come in and just wipe out the trees, and so that you have a blank slate, you can lay down your own trees. Oops. Alright, next is Galactic. Galactic's the beast. 1100, almost 1100 acres. Alright, sorry, I'm getting resituated. This is being saved as a VOD. That's why we are doing this on Twitch. I believe it saves for like 14 days or something. So, and I'm going to be trying to do updated ones once a week. So you guys will have full tours once a week on Twitch to send out that have any and all updates that I have done. I am a solo dev, for those that don't know, so bear with me. There might be some weeks where it's a little bit better than others, where I can sit down and grind out a couple islands or anything like that. Some weeks we may only just do a full tour. Question, can I change the color of the bottom of the flying islands to be... I don't think so. So the floating islands are a single mesh. So as you can see, you click it, it comes up as one thing. So to rematerialize, that would be kind of a challenge. I can look into it. I'll put it on my to-do list to see if we can make that a thing where you guys can do that, but I'm not going to promise it. Alright, so Galactic, let me fly up. So, challenge accepted. So as you see, as I fly up high enough to stop rendering in the water, which is kind of insane. So that's what you see out in this area. So I'm going to actually make the water on Galactic a little bit deeper so we stop having this issue. But yes, so here is Galactic. You do have planets in the sky. You have a nice big moon. And then in the dark you have fun glowy foliage. How I like to give an example of how big this is, we will start here at the Gateway House, and we're going to run the Rainbow Road, and you guys will run the whole thing, and you guys will get a kind of a glimpse at how long it does take to get across this land. From corner to corner, it does take roughly 25 minutes to run across Galactic as it sits right now. This does not include any changes or, building structures or paths that people create. I do apologize for any lag that you guys are seeing right now. I guess I still need to play with some of the settings. So any of my streamers out there, I will try to figure out the actual settings that is appropriate for Isles of Meta if you want to stream it on Twitch or YouTube, so that there isn't any major graphic delays. Yeah. Oh man, the Cha-Cha's gonna be great. It'd be nice to have the Cha-Cha vans. Alright, we're almost there. Almost there. You've almost made it. You've almost made it. I grew up with dial-up internet too. I remember those days. Um, anyone that grew up with dial-up internet will never forget the sound of logging in and signing into that. Alright, so the path that we just took is that time frame that we just spent running was just this. So zooming out, you can only imagine. Yes, 2-hour AOL CDs. Lord. How fast technology has grown since then. Alright, so now we are heading into phase 2. Phase 2 comes with a very funny story. All of phase 1, anything that you've heard me talk about, and having people wanting them to be able to do what they want to do, be who they want to be or anything like that. That all came with phase 1. This is when I was being told that I needed to go watch Ready Player One. I was building the Oasis. Do you know what you have? Do you know what you're doing? This is also when people would ask me, like, what can we do in the world? And, I tell them, "Well, anything that you want to. I'm trying to make it as open as possible. The only limitation is your imagination." These were key things that I was saying constantly over and over and over. And come to find out, I finally, in March, maybe April, I finally sat down and watched Ready Player One. And to hear the things that were said about what Halliday had created and the Oasis and how people viewed how the world worked, it was very weird and kind of stunned me because it was basically what I'd been saying about Isles. And so I took some inspiration from Ready Player One, seeing how the world worked and how it looked. And phase two is also where a lot of all of the new collabs, like people that wanted to collab, came in. And so this is where Monkey Rejects, Goat Gods, Cha Cha Vans, our very own Project Soul, Meta Women, Neurals AI, Johnny Black and Nat Hash with the miners in that group. All of these awesome projects. Craig, Nifty, Legit NFT, sorry, all came in and said, "Hey, we really want to partner up with you. How do we do this? What are we doing?" And I had to just figure it out real quick. And so I started designing islands after projects, and then seeing that it's not only projects don't always need an island designed after their project, but there's other ways to integrate them in. And so we had the city center, which is where we're at right now. So yeah, so this is the hub, the landing hub for phase 2. In here you will find all of the other community hotspots. So going back to the University Island through there, going to the central hub is right there. And then to go out actually into phase 2, you come out to these tunnels. So this is where you get a little bit more, it's still realistic, but it's more futuristic. And how the design is a way for people to escape reality, but while still having the familiarity of something that they would know. So over to my left is Meta Women's Central Hub. This will link out to all of their islands, everything that they're doing for their project, the Meta Club and everything, the galleries. I will show you a demonstration of how big Flat Oasis is by using their gallery. I've built up their gallery on there as part of our collaboration. I don't know if I can take any more of this. Oh. So this is our city center. Our goal for a lot of these buildings is to be with more big corporate structures. So we're looking to rent these out or sell them to the likes of, Twitch. Hopefully, maybe they're listening. Um, my goal, the goal is to this building over here in the distance with the cool spiral, to get that purple so we can put Twitch in there. I would love that. That would be so cool. But yeah, Twitch, YouTube, Netflix, Disney, you name it, Hulu, GameStop, whatever companies would like to be in the metaverse. We are striving to have a lot of these big city center areas like this for them, um, to bring awareness to other projects as well. So because all of these, the residential, what I call residential homes, residential islands, I should say, because we are actually going to be having residential homes where you don't have to build up an island. So there's some big news for everybody. The residential islands are over here, so to have the already big names in the middle of this city center would help bring traffic to these smaller projects and projects that are trying to get their names out. Um, this big archway off in the distance, that is where billboards will be. We'll also have um, billboards along the roads. We'll have blimps. Any way that we can help projects advertise what they have going on. Those will be rental NFTs, so whether it's a 1 month, 6 month, a year space that you're releasing to make sure that people know about your project. We will have billboard space. We will have ad space on the load screen, so while you're loading into different areas, we will have um, places for projects to put their stuff there as well. Would partner projects be able to buy a skyscraper, put their logo name on it? Yes, but I am forewarning anybody that is wanting to do that. It is pricier than what we are looking to do with other things like the regular residential islands, because with the city centers, it comes with a couple of the corporate islands so that they can have to build up for their own communities, as well as it is a big way for us to not have to take from these smaller projects and charging taxes and things like that. So our city centers, we really want to be some of our more revenue streams, our bigger revenue streams, because they do have bigger islands, they have buildings, they have interiors that they can use for office spaces and things like that. So they do the city center buildings, these skyscrapers and the likes of those will have a lot more detail into them, and come with a lot more assets. So they are priced accordingly. Let's get the NBA and build a nicer NBA arena. I have those kinds of in the works, um, for different aspects, different stadiums and things, football stadiums, soccer stadiums, basketball. Loot Reaper had to create a Twitch account just to watch this tour. So worth it. Awesome. Um, so yeah, those are our main buildings so far. I am going to be building this up more, to incorporate more buildings, and make it more city-esque, but I wanted to get the main buildings in. I'm thinking about a big reader board in City Center to help promo the projects with Scribe. Heck yes, let's go. The bridges are fully functional. All of the Cha-Cha vans do fit on these they have street lights and everything, so when the sun goes down, you can still see. All right, so over here we do have the Goat God A subdivision. The Goat Gods have a lore, and that is why theirs is built the way it is. That the goats go traveling through 8 mountain ranges, the Infinite Mountain Range, and they come into a cave, and the cave leads them out to a magical world. We will go through that cave momentarily. We also have monkey rejects over here. No, so they're totally separate projects. So Cha Cha Vans is their own entity. Um, they are their own project. They're phenomenal devs, and they've created such a really cool idea of being one of the first drivable NFTs in the metaverse. And we are just so fortunate to have a lot of them part of our team as well now. Like we've just kind of been bouncing ideas off of each other and just become very close friends. So, but no, you do not have to have a Cha Cha van to have, or a Cha Cha Island to have a Cha Cha van, or vice versa. The Cha Cha Island is part of our collab, our partnership, in that it is in the shape of their logo and it has the biomes based on their lores, and we will visit that momentarily. Um, but yeah, you'll have to have a Cha Cha van to have one in the metaverse, and they are very cool. But yeah, so this is Monkey Rejects A subdivision. And then over here, it says a work in progress, so hopefully the next time we do these tours, this will be done. This is the Cha Cha A subdivision. I am looking to do a campground style area. So as you can see, we do have the Cha Cha vans already, the shell into the world. Manchester did a great job getting these ready for Unreal Engine. But as you can see, we have brake lights, we have headlights, and he was kind enough to let me be able to pick some of the different materials for them. So like this one, we kind of were laughing when I did it. This one's seen some travel. It's a little beat up a little bit, but it's great. Um, so how these work, these are essentially your gateway out to the Cha Cha Island. So all you'd have to do is come up to it, and as soon as you get close enough to trigger it, it would gateway you out to your island. We got colors for everybody. And so how the addresses will look on these two, I'm going to be putting license plates on these. Um, and so whenever you go up to it, you'll see the license plate and it'll have the address on it. So, and then with Cha Cha, they will have like a little concert area, a drive-in movie theater in their A subdivision, and a few other things that they've requested for their community. Oh, did my music stop? I am so sorry, guys. There we go. So this is just the community hub, like a community area for the everyone to enjoy. This is how you get out to the other islands. So this is the second phase main island that we call City Center. So this is Neural's AI. So this was all modularly built, piece by piece. They are a big collab of ours, and they wanted to be able to provide an area for their community to be able to promote their artwork. Um, And so what we've done is given them 3 buildings. This front building is for their own artwork because they do AI generated artwork, which you'll see throughout this. I've been able to import some of their NFTs, their arts basically. Not the NFT themselves, because these actually belong to people. It's Cha Cha Vans. Literally Cha Cha Vans and they are on the Solana network, the Solana blockchain. Alright, so this is the other part of their gallery. So this is showing kind of how the gallery would look if you set it up. Hanging up the art, different lighting. This is pretty special. So both Cha Cha Vans and Neurals AIs are collabs of ours. So to have all 3 collabs kind of in one place is pretty cool. Because Cha Cha Vans and Neurals did their own collab together, which is how this picture came to be. Need to go get my 3-year-old ready for bed. Thanks again, Kenna. Community, I'll watch later when I get more time. Alright, Bien. Go take care of your 3-year-old. We understand that completely. Our 3-year-old passed out a little bit ago. Husband got her down. Yeah, so this is some of their art that they do. Thank you, Alpha. I believe KT, because you were some of the wall ideas. Because you were some of the wall ideas on the space that sounded legit. Oh. Alright, let's head over to Goat Gods. Alright, pay no mind to the number that is on the cave itself. It's just kind of a fill-in, so I know which one it is. But as we said, Goat Gods, this is the one that just opened up for minting today. They walked through the mountain ranges, the infinite mountain ranges, and they went into a cave, and they came out to this magical world. And so I really wanted to do justice to that part of the lore, and so whenever you walk into the cave, it does gateway you out to the Goat God Island, where you come into a cave. This is your gateway house for this. And you come out into this magical world. Okay, so it seems to be the glowing foliage that the stream does not like, which is funny. Alright, the reason I am running the way that I am, the distance I am, is that it'll show you kind of how big this island is. So this one is 336 acres, 336 and a half or something like that. So this is a very large piece of land. See, now I really can't get the idea of Growed Head. Oh lord. So I will go, oh. So whenever we go back to there, I will show you kind of what we ran into. So let me open up the actual island. 434 and a half. Thank you, Drew. Thank you. What's the smallest size island and the largest? So the smallest is Flat Oasis, roughly 40 acres. The largest right now is Galactic, at almost 1,100 acres, just shy of 1,100. So there's the goat god from the air view. Yes, all of the different islands are unique. They all have their own little characters. So Flat Oasis is, you'll be able to go back and rewatch where that is. It is a flat piece of land with a kind of like a moat around it, with a sandbar out. It literally looks like as what you would think a oasis island would look like. It is a blank slate, so you can add in your foliage, your buildings, anything that you want. Mountain has its own mountains and tall, really cool valleys. Forest is just as a flat forest island. Hideaway is a combination of mountains and forests and flatlands. Galactic is the largest, and it has the very cool dark starry sky with planets and kind of more of like an Avatar feel. And now we're in phase 2. You're seeing the first island of phase 2 with goat gods in the shape of the goat skull for the project that it's named after. Yeah, so what we ran just now, we came up through that cave, up and through this cave, and then down, and we ended about right here. So when we zoom out, we came from this cave up, over, and down. That's all we ran for that little distance. So there's plenty of space to do whatever you need to do or want to do on this island. The water is buildable for those that are just coming in. Water is buildable. You can build in, around, on, kind of on. You have to build up pillars if you want to be floating above the water, but you can build in the water areas. And this will also have a perimeter around it where you can have your underwater areas as well built up. Alright, next we're gonna go to Monkey Rejects. But yeah, for our world, we're only going to have 25,000 total residential islands, each of which there'll be 25 total unique island types. That was something that we wanted to do to make sure that the supply stayed small, in reference to a metaverse. So the fact that there'll only be 25,000 islands total is pretty incredible. We will have residential houses anywhere from, I haven't quite put a nail on it, but 25,000 to 50,000 residential houses that don't have islands attached to them. Not 2,000. It's not 2,000 acres. 1,100 is the Galactic Mad. So this is Monkey Rejects. Yes, you can build up a neighborhood, rent out the houses. There are modular, like subdivision houses, or you can build up your own house, bring in your own assets, um, build up shopping areas to rent those spaces out to projects that may or may not want to build up their own island, um, or sell your own merch out of those. But there's all kinds of different ways to earn revenue with your island that you have, or islands. You can put your own billboards up and rent those spaces out. If you want to, you can actually lock your island. You'll be able to lock the gateway, and have it to where people have to have a specific NFT to come into your island. You can have restricted areas like VIP access areas that have to have a certain token or a NFT or something if you want to. It's all kind of different options for you to earn revenue in your world. Maybe pay a non-occupant insurance fee. Yes, so you can have gated access. So within Monkey Rejects, you just saw the gateway house. There's also caves back in this area that you can build up in. Sorry, no dragons, guys. I did not put any dragons in this area. I know, I'm sorry. I mean, the wyverns are coming for phase 3. I just didn't put them in here. Alright. And then we have Cha-Cha. Alright, so Cha-Cha Vans is the last of our collab islands that we have at right now. I will be working on Sol and Wrecked Rabbits this week. FYI, Monkey Reject is 383 acres. We'll put out the official measurements soon. Ah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, because Cha-Cha was how many acres, Drew? So Cha-Cha, like I said, the devs over with Cha-Cha helped design this island. They wanted to make sure that I included a racetrack, essentially, around the entire island. So that's what this dirt paved is. We have what we are dubbing the meme bridge because this bridge is hilarious watching things go over it. And then we also have, for the first time in our world so far, we have snow. We will be having the accumulate. Cha-Cha is 244. Nice. But it'll be 240, or sorry, it'll be accumulating on the ground soon. Tire tracks and footprints and everything will be available with this snow. Okay, last but not least, we are going to the central hub. The central hub will act as the main inlet to the world. If you don't choose to go anywhere else, you just want to pop into the world and kind of wander around, you will land here. All of these different bridges are the different phases in Isles of Meta. So we'll have phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, and phase 5, different gateways out to different parts of those phases, um, as well as community areas and whatnot. So maybe like 10 gateways over to the community, the city center, 10 portals over to the DJ center, whatever it could be for the different areas, will be linked over here. We'll also have access points to the meditation island that we'll be building for the community. No one can build there, nobody can touch it. There will be no voice chat. That is something that we are incorporating into our world, is a global and localized voice chat and text chat, so that you can easily talk to people within the world. With the meditation island, you'll be able to sit there and listen to the water, listen to the breeze, listen to the birds and everything. So it's very relaxing. A place to just kind of go relax and enjoy beach life, even if you live in the mountains. We are also going to be having a memorial garden. It is named after one of our own community members' daughters, Elda. She recently passed away after being only a few months old. And so we wanted to honor her and name our memorial garden after her. And you'll be able to go in and pick a tree, name the tree after a loved one that has passed away, and put a picture up and everything so that you can always go visit them even when you're in the metaverse. Just a way to kind of help in the process of grieving if needed. It doesn't cost anything. Anybody's welcome to do it. And as that grows and fills up, everyone will be able, we might open up a second one and restructure it and redesign it another way. But it's kind of an important thing to me, and part of the community aspect is always helping to heal and include those that may or may not be with us. So that is something that we are wanting to do and open up very soon. But yes, so this is the city center, and then this bridge up here will act as the literal bridge to all of our metaverses. Within a year and a half to 2 years, we will be opening up a second metaverse that will link to this one as well. And then, a couple years after that, we will open up another metaverse that will link to all these. So up on this bridge will be a link to all metaverses that we create. And then whenever the technology is ready for it, any other metaverses that are out there, so Heavenland, Portals, Decentraland, Sandbox, any of them that the technology allows, we will literally be bridging all the metaverses within our central hub. So this is our city center, or our metaverse center, essentially. There's still some more design work to go with it, but I wanted to keep it as clean and original as possible for right now. I can stay on for a little bit longer and take any questions that anyone has in the chat, or I can meet you guys in Discord for about a half hour if you guys want to go in there and talk for a little bit. Oh, I wanted to show you. All right, this one. All right, so this is Meta Women's Gallery. That is built on Flat Oasis. The land has not been changed at all. You guys will see that. And this kind of demonstrates how big our smallest island is. I will go into play mode first. Thank you, Alpha. That's very kind of you. Oh, I can give you a little tour of this. So, they have a little dome. They wanted a dome for their stuff. This goes out to the Meta Club. So this is the gallery, one of their galleries that they'll have for their community. I could probably do that, KT. I can try to find that. So as you can see, I did bring in some of MetaWomen's art and got it placed up here. Alright, and then the flyover view. So as you can see, I haven't even touched the sandbar for any of this building area. So this is a very large island in the grand scheme of things for what you can do. And then another example, one that I've built up. This is for a giveaway, and so this is a totally different feel to what could actually be built on Flat Oasis, because I actually used some of the waterways. Alright, so on here, I still need to put palm trees over here. I thought I got them all. So we do have a smaller gallery. This is for an individual. Let me slow my camera down a bit. So you can have your own individual gallery, hanging up your NFTs, your JPEGs, putting in your 3D models that you have. So then these are little structures that can be used for, you know, rental space if you want to rent them out as homes, like little beach cottages or storefronts or anything like that. You are able to do that kind of stuff. All of this is buildable by you guys with the assets that we provide you. And then we have a studio over here for, my idea is that, you know, podcasters or even like what we're kind of doing right now, you know, they could actually have like a little studio. And then people can come in and actually like live audience it. Have little avatars watching the podcaster, whatever they feel like doing with this. I don't know. And then for this, I will go into play mode because you kind of have to. But yeah, no island's complete without a mansion. That's just my feeling on it. And so I did design a very modern mansion, piece by piece, bit by bit. This is built up wall by wall and floor by floor, so anybody can actually build this. So why I've built a lot of these structures like this is to demonstrate what is possible. Yes, I could use a modeling tool, whatever, you know, these really cool tools that Unreal Engine has, but I wanted to be able to demonstrate what was actually possible. So as you can see, I've built into the water here. And then to fly over just to kind of show you how this all worked. Very nice. It's a nice summer house. So that is just another way that you can build up Flat Oasis. The last thing I will do, because I feel like it's a very cool thing, is show you the sunset. Let me see if I can get this different. Alright, there we go. Finally, a world I'm only limited by my imagination. 100%. Thanks, Holy Crypto. So yes, this is sunset. Alright. And that actually concludes the entire tour. So excited to partner with you. Alright, now Holy Crypto, you gotta tell me who you are. Which one of my partners is in here? Oh, I gotta show you this too. Mandox, I figured. I should have guessed. Yes, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be an awesome partnership. There you go. Now you can see the cha-chas in their full beauty. Alright. Alright, guys. Um, like I said, I will be in Discord for about 20 or so minutes if you guys want to come hang out there, chit chat with what you saw. Other than that, you guys made it. 100, or, let's see, an hour and 17 minutes. We did it. It's impressive. That is impressive. I'm so happy. But yeah, we'll do this again in a week or so. See what kind of updates we have going on, because by that point we'll have 2 new islands. Phase 3 started. Um, the subdivision for the A subdivision finalized for Cha Cha, and hopefully Project Sol and Wrecked Rabbits. So we got a lot going on this week. So hopefully this whole phase 2 mainland city center will be almost completed. So we'll see. Um, okay. KT, we'll talk. Alright, bye guys.